Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. Who are you becoming in either your life or in your business? This question is truly extraordinary when you think about it, if you give thought to it. I had an experience last night that was strange and wonderful. I was coming to Florida, traveling to be in the warmth, traveling with a friend and seeing some clients and doing some work. Of course, when you're self-employed, you do work wherever you go. As I was planning for this trip, a Facebook memory came across my feed. And I remembered from an exchange 1 year ago that there was someone here in the area I used to know. And we had exchanged messages last year, but I wasn't able to see her when I was here last year. So I reached out to her and said, "Hey, hi, I'm going to be here this year, coming up soon. Are you available to get together?" She said, "Yes, I would love to." So last night, I spent the evening with someone I knew 42 years ago. You'd think I was 10 years old, but I wasn't. 42 years ago, I was a junior in college. Adriana Bailey, I knew her as Dree then, was a flatmate of mine for my junior year abroad. I decided to go to Israel for junior year and made all the arrangements and made it happen. When we got there, we were assigned flatmates, and Dree was my flatmate. I roomed with someone else, but Dree was in my apartment. From the time we graduated, we didn't really see each other. Our lives went every which way over the next 4 decades. But somehow, as social media permits, we found each other and friended each other and then watched each other's lives on the window ledge of social media, such that last night we found ourselves together. As often happens with me, if you follow me, you have heard me talk about this before. If I go back for a high school reunion or a college reunion, there's times that I get reflective of who was I then and who am I now. But this one was really, truly extraordinary because in that year, we were really perched on the precipice of who we would become. Of course, spending your junior year abroad is a pivotal life experience. And so no matter what would have happened, our lives would be really altered from that experience. In the experience there, every person we came in touch with sort of helped to form and inform the growth and development in that year. So for me, I ended up meeting my husband that year. We met in Israel, even though our colleges were only 20 minutes apart from each other. And so from that time till we got married 5 years later, we were exclusive. So surely, personally, for me, my life was definitely formed and informed by meeting my husband there. Last night at Dree's beautiful, lovely home, I met her husband and her son, which was really fun, her adult son. And I felt this kind of almost like I was kind of also observing myself and observing us. And every now and then it would come into my mind that I would think of me coming into the flat and her being there, "Hey," or her coming in and me being there, drinking coffee at the table. Hey, and then seeing us today, like fast forward 42 years and remembering who we were then and how we were then and what we were doing and what we were experiencing, all that. And going back almost as if in real time to kind of perch and see ourselves then, and being in this future self to that younger self. And it's so much a part of my thesis, I guess, this idea of who were you then. And especially in such a pivotal time, every year is pivotal, of course, but in such a pivotal place, in such a profound way, we were creating who we would become. There were other couples who met that year and ended up getting married and are still together. Relationships happened and such. And that's really fun too. It's always fun for me to see those people online as well. So who were we then and who would we become? And that is who we are now, both in life and in business. Who knew Dree would become a fancy IT executive? Who knew that I would write books? In those days, I didn't think that I would. That wasn't a thing that I always had in mind. It wasn't a plan or a goal or even a vision for my life that I had. So it's very epiphanous and creates such a great opportunity for reflection. So I want to ask you, many of you in my audience are people who are in business for themselves, perhaps a woman in the second half of life who's contemplating the next chapter and wondering what it might be like or how it's going to go. Maybe you're only just past the days of children out of the house, or maybe like me, you're well past the days. But I thought to myself this morning as I was walking outside a little bit, am I going to live 42 more years? Not likely. It's not likely I'm going to live 42 more years from the age of 62. But guess what? It's possible I could live 32 more years, and surely I will live 22 more years. And so at this age, this kind of old age that I am now, still and all, I have an opportunity for my business to look ahead. Who am I to become in my business? And I am on a precipice of a new sort at this time. And to be honest and candid, I think I'm going to be evolving in my business. I'm not sure what that really looks like. Don't get me wrong. I'll always have my clients, both in life to help them feel more confident, and in business to have business confidence. I'll still have my group. I'll write more books, but there's something else that's finding me. And I don't know exactly like what it is, but I'm just kind of saying to God, like, here I am. And then sitting there last night, I thought to myself, oh, if I come back to Miami again, I'm going to see Dree again. This is going to be so fun. I invited myself over. Oh, you have such a beautiful house. Can I stay with you next time? It was so great. She was so like, yeah, sure, of course. So friends, I'm live at this time looking directly at you and asking you the question, who are you now and who will you become? How, if you have a business, how will your business evolve? Last night, I somehow just thought to ask Dree the question, do you write? And what did she tell me? Well, I have something in mind. I've thought about writing, but I haven't really done it yet. How do I know these things? I don't know. So who is she to become? Who am I to become? Who are you to become in your business? Who are you to become in your life? You don't die at this age unless, God forbid, you're ill. But generally, if you're well enough, you go on. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? It's kind of weird and scary and exciting and awesome, really, to think about it. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Whether you watch me for your personal confidence, where you really, want to have some energy and enthusiasm in your life and go forward confidently, speaking, sharing your wisdom, helping others. Or if you have a business idea, an endeavor, a project, or a business itself, I want to ask you, who are you to become in your business? And I only ask you that after I ask myself this, because as people tell me, you are the real deal, you do the work. So friends, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me today. I would love to hear from you. If you want to share your thoughts or ideas or dreams or wishes with me, who are you to become in life or business? And to my friend Dree from 42 years ago, I want to say thank you so much. I'm already looking forward to our next visit, but it won't be 42 years from now. Take good care.